Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. We've got your weekly reading for February 19th through the 25th of 2024. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for every single one of you, your likes, shares, subscribes, and all of your fantastic energy. If you are new here, press that like button on this video if you enjoy your reading, and also comment down below, say hello, start up a conversation. Where are you watching from? So this week we are amping up to a full moon in the sign of Virgo. This is occurring on the 24th of February, and we do have an opposition to Mercury and Saturn in Pisces. So in this energy, there could be some things, of course, with the full moon energy, there could be some things coming to fruition for you this week. There might also be some very important decisions that you're making. You might be really contemplating some things, or you might be getting some deeper understanding of things that have gone on, things that have transpired. The full moon in Virgo is a culmination of energy that was started at the new moon in Virgo. So have a look back 6 months. What were you starting at the new moon in Virgo? What intentions were you setting? What has come to fruition? What are you still working on? And because with the full moons, of course, we can get completion and closure. We can also wrap up a cycle, right? So it can be a 6-month cycle that's wrapping up for you. And this can also be where we do make some change or let some things go. So full moons are very important to cleanse and purge some energy as well. So some of you might be doing that. But the Pisces energy does bring a lot of spirit energy. So some of you could be really gaining some deeper insights. You could be really focused on some spiritual practice right now, or perhaps with that Saturn energy, there may be something that you are learning and you're putting it into practice now, right? So you might get that understanding that comes in. But Mercury energy is kind of a thinker energy, right? So with all of this going on, and Pisces, of course, being linked to your 12th house, which is a little bit mysterious, and it's about endings, but also very spiritual. You might get a little bit of sense of deja vu. There might be something this week going on where you all of a sudden stop in your tracks and you're like, whoa, I think I've been here before. I think I've done this. Have I had this conversation with you already? It's just kind of that little bit of mysterious energy. So with all that being said, let's get into your reading. We do have Choose Your Deck this week for you. So we have your first deck over here is the 5-cent tarot. The middle deck here is the Archangel Power Tarot, and then we have the Dreaming Way Tarot over here with deck number 3. If you're more drawn to crystals, we've got a semi-rough, not even polished, really amethyst there. We've got a selenite wand there, and then we've got brucite over here on the Dreaming Way Tarot. So deck number 1, 2, 3, close your eyes, connect with your intuition, whatever one you're drawn to. If you find you're drawn to more than one deck, there is likely more than one message coming out here for you guys this week. Totally free form, wherever you gravitate towards, that's the message for you guys. So I'll put all of the timestamps in the description box and the comment section down below so that you can jump around easily. And once again, if you enjoy your reading, please do hit like on this video. It really does help it get seen. It's YouTube algorithm, right? The mysterious thing, but it's really a recommendation system. So the more you interact with my videos and my channel, the more that it gets seen. And that's literally all you have to do. That's all I ask. So I thank you guys so much. Let's get right into your reading. We're going to start with the 5-cent tarot. Hello, deck number 1. You have chosen the 5-cent tarot with our amethyst on there. So let's have a look and see what messages that we've got coming out here for you guys for your week ahead. Messages, please, for those who chose deck number 1. Thank you. We'll take the flyer out of there. And we have here the Page of Needles coming out. So Page of Needles is very Aquarian in its energy. So you might be looking to start something new. You might have an important conversation. You could be having some new ideas about things this week here as well. The Page of Needles is about conversation and communication and putting something into action. It's like, I've got this idea, light bulb moment, right? What do I do with this idea, right? So this is about taking something and going for it, all right? We do also have coming out there with this, we've got the Four of Needles, and we also have the Fool card. So you got a little bit of Uranian energy in there. Uranus energy is very Aquarian. And of course, we are in the very tail end of Aquarian season. We're about to click over into Pisces, right? So this can be where, you've got a real clear sense of direction and you're ready to make some change, or you're ready to spring forward into following your goals and dreams, right? Pisces energy is very kind of dreamy in its energy, very spiritual, very mystical, very magical, but it is also the 12th sign representing your 12th house, right? So this is about making that final decision. This is about leaving fears and worries and doubts behind. And so with this Page of Needles, there could be very much a go for it kind of energy. And this does speak to something that you might be very excited about. Now, this also does open your mind to different ideas, just different points of view as well, right? It's also very futuristic energy, so you may be making some plans for the future. What do I want? Where do I want to go? What do I want to try, right? Because it's quite adventurous in its energy, as is with the Fool. So whatever decisions you're making, I think you are getting very clear and you're very decisive in this year as well. But yes, some of you may actually be getting some sort of good news or some information, or you might have an important conversation. You might even be meeting someone new. But we've got the Four of Needles here as well. And the Four of Needles is about calm and peace and a peace of mind, inner peace. And this is a card of meditation, rest, and relaxation. So it feels like here that you may have a little bit of, it's very forward momentum in your energy. But probably about the middle of the week with the Four of Needles is where you may want to focus on recharging a little bit, right? Because there's like a lot of activity, a lot of exciting things going on, right? And then, it's like, okay, now I'm going to make sure that I go to bed early. I'm going to make some time for myself. Maybe I am going to meditate, because the Four of Needles is very much a card of meditation, right? So I think here in this energy that if you do take the time out to engage in your own energy, and to meditate in some way, whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be full of fluff and flutter. It can be very simple, and it can be very short if you don't have a lot of time as well, right? Just a couple of minutes in meditation, focus on your breath work. It can really help you to recenter and regroup and refocus. And this is where that middle of the week energy is, right? So it's like we have a burst forward, and then we kind of take that step back, and then we burst forward again when we've got the Fool energy. So you may be throwing caution to the wind this week, okay? Or you may be seeing some very interesting signs, or you may be really kind of, wanting to connect with that intuition of yours, and, kind of think, okay, what is my intuition really trying to tell me? Right. And so this can be something that you're trying to navigate, something that you're trying to sort out. But when we take a step back, right, when we, just kind of take some deep breaths, quiet our conscious mind, this is where we can really kind of get a little bit of understanding or insights. So very important there. But ultimately, very calm through the week. It might start out quite gung-ho or quite exciting, but then things calm down a little bit. As we roll into the weekend, we do have the Fool card coming in here, hop into action, right? And a little frog on there. So this is an energy of new beginnings, a fresh start, a different approach. This can be a new project, a new endeavor. This can be just a new sense of self, right? Really excited about the future, excited about what's to come. So some of you here with this new moon energy, this is an energy of releasing your worries, fears, and doubts. And this is where you're getting a little bit more confidence, and you're trusting in the process, and you're trusting in your decisions. And so this can be really, really freeing for you in this energy. Some of you could have something coming to fruition this week as well. Remember, we do have this full moon in Virgo, so there could be something that you've been looking forward to or working towards that started about 6 months ago. And as things have kind of unfolded, this is where things might really just all fall into place for you here with this. But with the Fool landing on your weekend, it may also represent that some of you are just being very adventurous. You're going out, you're having fun. You've got a spring in your step with this energy, and so you could be connecting with some friends, because the Fool card can be a card of companionship as well. And so maybe you're connecting with some friends and spending some time with them, but maybe you're doing something a little bit spontaneous, because the Fool does bring about a sense of spontaneity, right? It's not overthinking, over planning, over analyzing. It's just doing, right? It's like, let's go. Let's go. I've got my bag, I've got my car keys. Let's go and have some fun. So you could be trying something new, or again, getting together with some friends and having some fun there. It may involve some travel, because sometimes the Fool does do that. But with the Fool, whatever your situation is, trust in your decisions, keep a really positive eye on the future, and really just take that leap forward, have trust and have faith that whatever you are doing is going to work out however it's meant to for you. We have the 5 of Needles in reverse, and this is the blessings headed your way this week. So this is the energy benefiting you the most. And the 5 of Needles in reverse is an energy of reconciliation. It's one where we clear the air. It's one where we maybe get an apology. There's a little bit of forgiveness and healing that comes in with this, right? So rather than arguments and fighting and, getting a dig into somebody, or communication issues, we're turning all those things around. So clear, honest, forthright communication, Page of Needles. This can be where we do kind of clear and cleanse and purge, right? Very full moon in its energy in that. Okay, but you could reconcile with something here. So maybe you're just reconciling something internally, something with the past, and you're processing some things and you're letting some things go. But I feel here as well that there may actually be a relationship or a situation that gets back on track in a positive way, right? So, and even if something doesn't quite get back on track, right, maybe there is like just this energy of agree to disagree kind of thing, right? Maybe making a compromise, or maybe just understanding that, you know what, me and you were never going to be on the same page. And so even if there is a parting of ways, then this is where you're feeling at peace with it. Remember, we've got the 4 of Needles here, and that's the 4 of Swords energy, right? So you are at peace with whatever is transpiring. So it's turning a negative into a positive is really what that is. And so that certainly can benefit you. All right. So crystal clear communication no matter what. We have the 3 of Buttons here, and this is your advice from Spirit for the week. And this is an energy of teamwork and collaboration, building something, working together instead of, tearing each other apart kind of thing. So, but this is also one where we get a little bit of help, advice, or guidance. So if you are having some struggles with a personal relationship, a romantic relationship, or maybe something in the workplace, there may be somebody around that can help you. And this can be like a neutral third party kind of person that can kind of mediate a situation, that kind of thing. And that can happen in your workplace as well, right? So sometimes we all need to kind of cool our heels a little bit. We need to take a step back. We need to think crisply, cleanly, and logically, because don't forget, we do have an opposition this week, right, with Mercury and Saturn, right? And it's all in Pisces energy, so it's a little bit emotional. A little bit creative as well, which can be good, but we can be at odds with someone or with something, right? So in order to get things back on track, we do need to focus on teamwork, collaboration, working together, listening to other people, right? Listening to both sides of the story. And this is how we can move forward. So that's part of your advice from Spirit. But this is also an energy of it's time to create the life that you want, right? And how do we do that? We keep an open mind, we keep an open heart, but we've also got to take action. We've got to take initiative. We've got to move forward. Sometimes that means facing your fears, because Spirit says here, whatever it is that you put your focus on, whatever it is that you want to create, you can really gain some traction this week. And even if it's just feeling like you've taken that very important first step, which is quite often the hardest step to take, right? And you do have this first step here with the Fool card, right? So this can be very important for you to focus on the things that you want to create and trust that you have the skills, the knowledge, the wisdom to get the ball rolling, to get some things done, because this can be a little bit of a productive energy there as well, and you are crafting something. But pay attention to the details, whatever your situation happens to be this week, because there may be some hidden information that comes to light. There may be something that you discover this week, and this can be quite exciting for you guys. So I think, let me have a look. And yeah, I'm going to grab one of these ones. So I'm just going to close out your reading here. I'm going to grab an energy card here for you guys and just get one last piece of information out here for your week. What do we have? Carrying connections. So there we go. This is card number 14, relates back to the Temperance card. Temperance card brings about balance, fairness, equality. It also brings in some healing. It also brings in things in moderation, right? So, we don't have to do everything all in one day. So that's a reminder of that. But the carrying connections can show that there might be someone around that can help you this week. It can also show a reconciliation energy, as we've got with the 5 of Needles. And it can be where, maybe you are focused on some relationships this week, whether they're romantic relationships, whether they're friendships. Some of you could potentially be meeting someone new. Hello, Page of Needles. Might be something that comes back around again, by the way, with that energy. Just saying, you just never know what's going to happen. And so whatever it is, this is about connections, connecting with people, getting back on track, getting on the same page, resolving issues, right? Or of course, meeting someone new. So focus on those relationships in your world this week as well. And this can be where we can really kind of get that support that we need, or focus on maybe the things that sometimes really do matter. All right, so I'm going to leave all that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. So please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you later. We're going to move on now to deck number 2. Hello to those of you who chose deck number 2. This is the Archangel Power Tarot, and let's have a look and see what messages are coming for you guys this week. Messages for people who chose deck 2, please. Woo, thank you very much. So we've got the 8 of Michael flying out of the deck there for you. And that is Archangel Michael, and man, oh man, is he ever here coming to help you this week. We've got the 6 of Michael. We have the 5 of Gabriel. So here in this energy of number 1, we do have Mercury energy, right? So all about matters of the mind, communication, your thoughts, making decisions, right? All of that energy that comes in with Mercury. Mercury also affects technology, as we all know, right? The dreaded Mercury retrogrades that we experience sometimes, right? But we also have Saturn, right? And Saturn brings about lessons, teaches us something usually, right? And in Pisces, it brings about some emotions and also your dreams, also some spiritual energy there. It also brings certain things to an end, right? Pisces is the 12th sign in the zodiac, represents the 12th house energy. So something hidden may come to light for you this week. This can be some, you might recognize where you've been holding yourself back. You might recognize what lessons that you have learned because of some experience that you've had in your life. Could be something very recent. It could be something that happens this week and then you understand it right away, or it could be something from your past, right? So there could be something that comes in, because sometimes the past can very much come up with the 12th house, but it can be an energy of cleansing and purging, releasing and letting go. So Archangel Michael is very much making an appearance here, of course, very much known for holding the sword, right? Oh, and never usually seen without a sword. So Archangel Michael can help us to detach, to release, to heal. My Archangel Michael also can bring in an extra dose of confidence for us as well. So if you've been feeling like a little wallflower, if you've been feeling like, I just don't feel like I'm enough, or I don't feel like I'll succeed, or there's been something holding you back, maybe you're afraid of something, right? Then this is where, you can really work with Archangel Michael this week to really get some mojo back, get your confidence back, right? Ask for that help, call in Archangel Michael, say his name 3 times, whatever, you will get some sort of sign, or you will feel the energy. Trust me, it works. Take a few deep breaths, connect, right? Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, right? Come and help, or, whatever you want to say, right? And you will get that help. And believe me, I've worked with Archangel Michael many, many times, and really does help. Even if you're asking for help for someone else, I asked for help for my dog previously. So it really does work. So this is a very powerful force, powerful energy coming in here, walking with you, walking by your side. But with the 8 of Michael coming out right at the beginning of your week, now this is an energy, it's the 8 of Swords, right? So Michael in this deck represents the Swords energy, and the 8 of Swords does represent a restrictive energy, but it's quite often of our own doing. Usually we're stuck on, one specific way of doing things. And instead of being able to move forward, we just kind of stand in one place, right? It's like in an impasse kind of thing. This is where we feel restricted in some way, like we can't be free. And, we're in the very last bit of Aquarian season right here. And, Aquarius energy is about finding freedom, breaking free from things that have been holding you back. So whatever has been holding you back, 8 of Michael, Archangel Michael is encouraging you to break out, to break free, to be courageous, to embrace your personal power, right? That's Pluto in Aquarius, to make some change, or to follow your goals and dreams, or even to let something go. Because quite often we're afraid a little bit. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of talking about something because we don't know what someone else's reaction is going to be. We're afraid of letting go, right? Because even though there's certain things in our life that aren't healthy for us, or they're not helpful in any way, or they run their course, we're still reluctant to let things go sometimes. And, because letting go feels like a loss, right? And, even though something isn't what we want or isn't good for us anymore, it's still familiar. So in this energy, you're being very encouraged to gain some clarity and insight, to do a little bit of reflection here, and to break free, to break out, to be courageous. And if you need a little bit of help, Archangel Michael is there for you. But I do think some of you are understanding some life lessons this week as well. We do have the 6 of Michael, and this is about moving forward, right? So first we're stuck, and now we're moving forward. The 6 of Michael is the 6 of Swords energy. There's something that has been causing you grief, causing you trouble, causing you turbulence in your life, whether from right this week, from the last little while, or from long ago. And this is moving forward. So better times ahead for you, a peaceful resolution. This is where we find compromise in things. And ultimately, this is where we break free of stagnation. So if you think that you haven't been moving forward, or you haven't been able to figure out your next steps of something, this is where you are gaining a little bit of traction. But this is, you've brighter days ahead for you here with the 6 of Michael. This is a better way of thinking, a better way of doing these. If you've been struggling with some communication, this is where you've got clarity in the communication this week. But you're also working through something, right? And you're finding a better path, a better way. And this can be really wonderful. It does bring in an energy of calm and peace. So breathe a sigh of relief. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, whatever your situation happens to be. But this is also, again, where we've got this Saturn energy coming in, this can be where you are understanding something that you have experienced, whether it's something big or something small, because the 6 of Michael does bring in, it's a rite of passage. It's those life lessons that we have to experience right before we move forward. And, without that experience, or without that wisdom, and we wouldn't be able to move forward in the same way, right? So there's something here that is causing grief or trouble, but you're recognizing why it's important, or you're gaining that wisdom of what you've learned, and this allows you to move forward, right? So, but this is, some of you are really looking to make some moves as well, because this does bring forward momentum. The Six of Michael can bring about travel of some kind or a relocation. So you might be thinking of changing jobs, changing relationships, maybe moving where you live. Some of you are perhaps going on a vacation that involves water. Or you could be meeting someone from overseas or traveling overseas with that water energy. But it can be about moving forward, whether it's in the mind, in the heart, or physical. We've got the Five of Gabriel here as well. So this is a little bit of a challenging energy, but it's one that you can resolve. All right. So yes, you might have some issues this week, but if we focus on communication, if we focus on a resolution, right, and moving forward from the issue, then we will resolve that. With the Five of Gabriel, we can also be in this particular deck resolving issues with friends or family. Some drama may ensue somewhere. So just be aware of emotions running really high, especially on the weekend, because we do have that full moon coming in. And even though the full moon is in the sign of Virgo, which is very typically quite calm, very down to earth. It's an earth energy, right? We also do have this Pisces energy coming in here as well. And this can be emotional. So just be aware of that. If you're the one that does tend to get a little bit overly emotional at the full moon and maybe you can't quite explain it, then this can be a good weekend for you to perhaps find some quiet space for yourself. All right. But also don't get dragged into any drama. All right. But whatever your situation is, have patience. Now, the Five of Gabriel is the Five of Wands energy. So yes, there can be some competition or something. So maybe you're competing for someone's affection or attention. Or maybe you might have a friendly competition sometimes in this energy. There's a lot of action in this. So your weekend could be jam-packed with some action. And it could also be quite fun because the Five of Gabriel can be a card of physical activity, usually in a group event. And so either you're going to go to like a group event that has activities. So think of like a sporting event or something. Maybe you're going to a football game, or actually I guess football season maybe is a little bit over. Well, football can be in soccer as well. So maybe that's just starting. I don't know. Hockey game, right? Basketball, whatever sporting events are on right now, whether you're, playing the sport yourself, or whether you're just watching it, right? There could be, a little bit of friendly competition there going on, right? Rooting for your team. Things could get a little bit heated there, especially if you've got like a group of people and maybe they're all cheering for a different team. But you could also be getting physically active this weekend as well. And it's a great way to release any kind of stagnant energy, right? To get your body moving and shaking, because for some of you here, you may be experiencing, with the Eight of Michael, you may be experiencing like a lot of, pent up energy in your mind, in your head. So you might be experiencing some headaches right now. You could be experiencing a lot of tension in your upper back, in your neck, that kind of thing. Maybe even your sinuses, right? And you could have just some stuck, pent up energy up there, right? The Eight of Michael, right? Some stuck energy. And so part of the way that you can kind of release and get that energy flowing, right, is to get your body moving and shaking. Take a Zumba class, go do yoga, go for a walk in nature, whatever it happens to be for you. Just something to get the energy flowing can probably really help you in that regard. We have the Lover's card, and this is the energy that benefits you the most. So the Lover's card is a wonderful energy. Now it is Gemini energy. So Gemini, of course, is Mercury energy, right? So you could be having some very important conversations, or you're, really thinking about a relationship. So you could be having conversations with a significant other. It could be a friend. It could be a romantic interest, right? It might even be some family. But the Lover's card brings you together, right? Rather than drives you apart. So you could be resolving issues in a relationship. Some of you are deepening a bond this week, okay? Especially with the Six of Michael, right? Looking out to a better future. So maybe you're reconciling with someone, because we do have a little bit of a sense of deja vu that's here this week. So, you could be reconciling, having a second chance, something like that. There's a little bit of forgiveness that's in there, a little bit of healing in there. But you could just be focused on the partnerships, the relationships in your life, whether they are romantic or not. And this is very positive. It's in the upright. So getting back on the same page, falling deeper in love, perhaps, or spending time with the people that are important to you. The Lover's card does bring a sense of camaraderie. It is very connected with your heart space. So you could have some healing with your heart this week. But this is encouraging you to make choices from your heart and listen to your intuition as well. All right. Very much the power of love will set you free. Highest vibration of all. So there's some love in the air for some of you this week. All right. But some of you could potentially be meeting someone new. And what does this do? It scares you. 8 of Michael. You're like, oh my goodness, I don't know. And then you get over it and you decide, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to put my toe in the water, so to speak, and see where it leads. So if you're meeting someone new this week, then this can be really quite positive for you. And you might actually meet someone new in some sort of social gathering, some fun event kind of thing, right? So that can be quite fun for you. But the Lover's card also is about connecting with our higher self. Right? This is where, your masculine, your feminine come together. This is feeling the balance and harmony within. This can be about a little bit of self-love, self-care for yourself. But yes, you could be really kind of connecting with yourself, your higher self, angel, spirits, guides, very spiritual energy that we've got this week for some of you also. But choices, right? The Lover's card used to be called the choice. So you might have a very important choice to make this week. Make sure you are listening to your heart and your intuition, okay? And take a step back, connect, make sure that you are at peace. 6 of Swords, right? 6 of Michael. Make sure you're at peace with whatever decision that you are making, all right? We have the Knight of Michael here as your advice from Spirit. Okay, get going. Just do it. Go for it. All right. Usually, sometimes the Knight of Michael does bring in some messages, some important communication, quite often a delivery service, and something that comes in quite quickly. So you might have something that does come in out of the blue, some conversation, or you might meet somebody out of the blue. Ooh la la. This could be quite fun. But the Knight of Michael is where Spirit is encouraging you to take action. Bold, decisive action. All right. This can represent some sudden changes, right? So something may really turn around for you in a wonderful way. Because remember, in this energy, the Lover's card here that we do have, this is your only major card coming out. The other stuff is relatively minor, but can also trip you up, right? So focus on your heart, focus on your intuition, focus on your relationships. Make sure that you are finding a balance. Balance is the key, finding a compromise, but also open your heart, right? So open your heart to love and to healing energy here as well. All right. But you're being very encouraged here, I feel, to follow your heart, right? And what do you want to do? What do you want to change? What do you want to try? Where do you see yourself going? Do you just want to go out and have some fun? Are you just kind of open to trying new things or meeting new people? What do you want to change, right? This is, an energy of, get out of this restrictive energy and move forward. So there is some forward momentum coming in here for you guys in a really positive way. But be on the lookout though, because you could be having a very important conversation that can move a situation forward, or that you need to make a decision on. All right. But you could also have a little bit of a surprise this week as well. And isn't that interesting, right? So let's grab a final card for you guys. Final message for you. Final message, please, for deck number 2. Oh, we've got a twofer. And we have, how wonderful is this? We have woman holding a heart, and we also have action. All right, just like the advice from Spirit, okay? But we do have a woman holding a heart. So yes, some of you do have some love and romance in the air. You could also have a very helpful person, okay, that really plays a key role in your week ahead. This can be someone that you already know. This can be someone that you meet. This can be a friend. It can be a romantic interest. But it's someone that has They have a lot of care, they have a lot of compassion, and they may help you heal, but it could also be someone that maybe you really do connect with in a very important, a loving kind of way. All right, so this is beautiful energy here for you guys. All right, this can also be you, your energy, right? Opening yourself up to possibilities, to friendship, to forgiveness, to healing, and of course to love. So it's a beautiful energy there for you. But we also do have the action card coming out here, and just like very much like the Archangel Michael, the Knight of Michael, right? The Knight of Swords energy. And so take action. This is where things are coming into alignment for you. And this is where you might need to make a very important decision and then take some action to move yourself forward. So it could be a very busy week for you. It can be very jam-packed and action-filled. All right. But it can also be, again, where, yes, you need to make an important decision and then go for it, right? Take that action, take that initiative, whether you're breaking away, breaking free, or whether you are moving towards something. Either way, it depends how you look at it, right? But either way, some forward momentum here. Everything is coming together for you. I'm going to leave all that there for you, folks. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Leave a comment in the box down below. Say hello. What deck did you choose? Probably number 2 if you're here. And did it speak to you? So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching, and we're moving on now to deck number 3. And last but not least, hello to those of you who chose deck number 3. You chose the Dreaming Way Tarot this week. So let's have a look and see what messages are coming out for you in this deck. Messages for those who chose deck number 3, please. Thank you very much. We have the 9 of Wands to start your week. So some of you are coming off the weekend a little bit tired. Got the Page of Swords coming out. Some of you may have been drawn to deck number 1 as well, because they also got the Page of Swords. And we've got the King of Wands. So things might start out a little bit rough for you guys this week, but things are probably going to turn around for the better. And as I say that, we've got the Wheel of Fortune at the back of the deck. So this can be where things are moving forward for you. You might get a little bit of luck this week. You might be really embracing some change this week, but you might actually have something that comes in or happens out of the blue, because the Wheel of Fortune energy can bring about a surprise, and it's at the bottom of the deck. So this can also bring about a little bit of a surprise, okay? So whether you surprise yourself or whether you've got something you discover or something kind of magical happens, right? It's part of, it's something that's meant to happen, because it's also the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Karma, and the Wheel of Destiny. So we've got some interesting energy there to help you expand your horizons. But we do start out with the 9 of Wands, okay? So yes, some of you might be coming off the weekend, a little bit tired and drained. So this is always a reminder there to replenish your energy and to try not to overexert yourself. There may also be something here. The 9 of Wands is an energy of completion, and this is where you're moving forward to get something finished, to get something wrapped up. And yes, you're kind of tired or you're exhausted, right? But you keep pushing through, you persevere. And so you're right here on the cusp of success or of getting something done, right? And it could be something that's physical, right? So maybe you've been like redecorating your house or decluttering, or perhaps you're on some sort of exercise regime to get yourself healthier, and you're like, oh my God, I'm tired, but I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So it's that last push through to get something finished. But the 9 of Wands does remind us about healthy boundaries here as well. Okay, so and to protect and ground your energy in certain situations. So you may have some sort of situation that you're dealing with, whether it's people or just something going on around in your environment, where you may be feeling drained because of that. And so, we do need to find ways to put up boundaries, but also to protect our energy in some way. And you can work with crystals. Maybe you just set some intentions to bounce back any negative energy back onto someone else. Or perhaps you're just really faced with a situation where you're like, you know what, I don't like where I am right now, and I need to do something about it. I need to make some change. I need to put up some boundaries. I need to protect myself. I need to focus more on me, perhaps, in this energy as well. So there could be a very important conversation that can turn over a new leaf with Page of Swords coming out here for you. Or perhaps you're thinking about the future, about how to make a better tomorrow. And you've got some really good ideas, because the Page of Swords can bring out, a world of new ideas, right? Willingness to try new things, and it's very an open mind kind of energy, right? So might be feeling kind of a little bit closed off or worried or skeptical in the Nine of Wands, and then we're opening our mind and we're getting clarity with the Page of Swords. This can be really quite a significant turnaround in your energy that you have going on. But with that Nine of Wands, we do find that sometimes we are feeling a little bit skeptical or a little bit down. So if we are feeling that energy, it's very important to pick ourselves back up, or to look at things through a new lens. Because when we are in this energy, if we're worried about what life is going to throw towards us next, right? And usually if we're worried about something, we're thinking the worst. And so in this energy, it's important to have a positive outlook, attitude, because we attract back in whatever energy that we're putting out there. All right. And so we want to make sure that we are attracting back in positive vibes. And it's not, of course, possible to be in a good mood and all happy and cheery 24 hours a day. That would probably be quite annoying. But it is important there that if we do start to find ourselves going down the negative Nelly train, just thinking that, oh my goodness, everything bad keeps happening to me, then we have to recognize that if that's the energy we're embracing and putting out there and focusing on, we're giving our power to that energy. And we don't want to do that, right? We want to take our power back, right? Very Pluto and Aquarius, take your power back. And the Page of Swords does bring about a little bit of kind of Aquarian energy here, thinking about the future, looking, making some decisions, or being willing to try new things. But the Page of Swords can bring about a very important conversation. It can also bring about some news. So this can be a person that reaches out. You can have a flash of inspiration perhaps with this, but you could also be making some decisions here as well. Now, I do feel that some of you are having some success this week, because with the Nine of Wands, you're working diligently to finishing something. And then the Page of Swords and the King of Wands both here can have you leveling up in some way. So you might just have a real sense of accomplishment, but I do also feel that some of you have some really good news about something that you have been working towards, and something that you've been waiting for to achieve. So this can be where you feel like, just a success. This can be where you get good news about a job, or about a person, or about a relationship, right? Something may resolve this week in a very positive way for you. So if you are in a situation that is not healthy for you, or it's tiring and draining, the Page of Swords, right, might be where you're like, okay, is there something better out there for me? So you're starting to expand your horizons, open your mind. And then the King of Wands can be like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to be successful. I'm confident in my decisions. I'm confident there's better things out there for me, and I'm going to make a change, right? And so don't forget, we do have this full moon energy this week, and there's a little firepower behind it. So you might be a little bit of indecisive as the week starts out, but then things kind of gather momentum and you start to feel a little bit better. So, so this can be a really important turning point for you. Some of you do have something coming to fruition this week that you deserve. Maybe you're about to give up on it. Nine of Wands, but this is showing that things are gathering some momentum for you. So this can be really exciting. You might have a relationship that gets back on track. You could have some good news about some sort of adventure as well, because we do have the King of Wands, and this can bring about a sense of adventure, right? Going out, having fun, going on a trip perhaps, or really just trying something new. But yes, we do have successful energy coming in here with this. So keep an open mind and be open to conversation, because the Page of Swords can be a yes, right? Yes, I'm open to conversation. Yes, I'm going to accept this invitation. Yes, I'm going to go have fun. Yes, I can succeed, right? But it's also one of, I'm going to try that. Right? So some very interesting stuff going on there, but keep that open mind and keep lines of communication open. But with the King of Wands, yes, this can be your energy, right? I'm the king of the world. I'm successful. I'm confident. I'm bold. I'm brave. Maybe you've got a big flash of inspiration, right? As we already said, you might be feeling a little bit uninspired with the Nine of Wands. And then we turn things around and we're like, yes, I can do that. Right? So it's a big yes kind of energy that's coming in there for you. But the King of Wands can be a very important person that plays a key role in your world this week. Now, this can be someone that maybe motivates you or inspires you in some way. This might be somebody you might be leveling up in a relationship, perhaps. This can be someone you partner up with in business, or a friend, or possibly even a romantic interest there as well. So you could have something that starts new. The pages do quite often bring in the new, but they can also bring in an upgrade for you as well. So whether you're meeting new people, getting out and exploring your world, because the King of Wands very exploratory kind of energy, right? But the King of Wands can be someone that you do partner up with, and they're exciting to be around. They're fun to be around, and maybe, they just kind of help lift your spirits, because again, the Nine of Wands, tired and drained, right? And this is where our spirits really do get picked up. So be open to adventure, just like that Page of Swords energy is. You might also want to check out deck number 1, because they also did get the Page of Swords out there in that one. So there could be something there that's linking the two decks together for you. But whatever it is, Kings bring about an energy of success and leadership. So this can be you playing the lead role in your own life, instead of maybe being like a little bit skeptical about things. Right now, you're feeling a little bit more powerful. And this can, of course, be where you are ready to level up, or you do have the element of success, because the leadership energy here, first, we're kind of like a little bit of a worker bee, perhaps, if you're focused on your career. And then this is where you take the lead. So you could have a project lead opportunity opening up for you. You could be getting rewarded for something that you've been working really hard on and you've been expending a lot of energy on. Okay. Or you could even be looking for something new, and this is your time to shine. Your blessings headed your way. We've got the Eight of Cups. There's a blessing in walking away. There's a blessing in letting things go. And there's a blessing in embracing change. The Eight of Cups can be where we do assess a situation. We recognize that either I need to detach emotionally from the situation, or I do need to walk away, because there's something better on the horizon. I don't know what the future holds for me, but it's better than where I am right now, because I'm just not digging it, just not feeling it. So there could be some transformations that really do happen this week for you. It can be where you are exiting one cycle and you're about to embrace a new one, right? That full moon in Virgo, end of a cycle. But this can be where you are really willing to turn things around for yourself. And it may be that you are, healing or detaching. You're putting up some boundaries. Perhaps you're protecting your energy. But it is a very forward momentum energy, no matter what your situation is. So whether you're resolving issues, following a goal and a dream, maybe doing something that makes your wishes come true, whatever it is, we are moving forward to a better tomorrow. And this is ultimately the best thing, right? So, but sometimes we do need to detach from something. We might just need to detach emotionally, right? Remember, we do have the full moon, so we do have some emotions that may run high. But when we are emotionally attached to a specific outcome, this is quite often where we get stuck on things as well. So maybe you're just kind of being a little bit more in the flow, being a little bit more open, but it is one very much where we are moving towards the future in a very positive way, right? But yes, there could be some healing that comes in there. Remember, that Eight of Cups is a blessing. Talk about moving forward. We also have the Eight of Wands here for you. So this can be a busy week, right? Remember, we've got the Eight of Wands here. Okay, busy, 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 a lot on the go. Your advice from Spirit is to make sure that you do remember to say no every once in a while, because what do we have? The Nine of Wands, right? So the Eight of Wands, very busy, very passionate, very exciting, a little bit of a buzz in the air, a lot of forward momentum, right? But we're getting things done in a very positive way. But then we can quickly go into this 9 of Wands energy where we're overexerted, we're overextended, we're tired, and we're drained. So boundaries are important. Remember, you don't need to do absolutely everything that comes your way. You don't need to say yes to absolutely everything, because there is a chance for you to kind of overexert yourself and, kind of, lose all of your momentum and lose your energy. So we don't want to do that. Spirit also says here in the 8 of Wands, remember to keep a positive attitude and to keep moving forward no matter what, because sometimes, yes, we are tired and drained, or we do tend to sometimes be a little skeptical, 9 of Wands, right? And so Spirit wants you to know here that whatever you're working on, whatever you're manifesting in your life, you're on track. There's a lot of positive momentum coming in here, and we want to keep this positive attitude. The 8 of Wands, very positive energy. And it is also very forward moving. It may represent that there is some good news headed your way, or if you're manifesting things into your world, there's a lot of good things happening behind the scenes. Your intentions have hit their mark, so don't do anything here to upset the apple cart, right? Make sure you're not going to block your own energy. We do need to release outcome. We need to release trying to control the timing of things as well, and we need to allow instead. But yes, I do think Spirit's giving some of you a heads up that you might have something very exciting happening this weekend, because quite often the 8 of Wands can bring in an energy of really good news, right? Or something really positive may happen, and it can also be a shift in your energy as well. So if we've been feeling a little bit stuck, this is where we move forward in a better way, and for a healthy tomorrow. So this can be very exciting. But yes, there could be something manifesting in your world. I mean, you do have 2 8s coming out here in your reading, and they're both, one is advice and one is your blessings, right? So the blessing of letting go, the blessing of moving forward, the blessing of getting excited, right? And, really, getting things back on track. Right? So you're really making progress this week, and the 8s represent your unlimited potential, flexibility and adaptability, right? Being in the flow, and also are very much tied to abundance and manifestation in your life. So keep that positive attitude, keep that vibe high, and things may just be falling into place for you the way you wanted, or maybe in the way you least expected. And sometimes that's even more rewarding than what we had originally set our sights on. Let's get a final message out here for you guys, and let's see what this is. And we've got patience, all right? So there is, look at this. So we've got the patience card, right? We've got this guardian angel. We also have a clock, divine timing, right? And the thing is, we do already have the Wheel of Fortune at the back of the deck, right? And the Wheel of Fortune says that you're entering a cycle of expansion and growth, forward momentum, right? But also, because there's something here that is part of fate, something here that is destined to happen. There's some wheels that are already in motion and behind the scenes, and we can't always control the timing, right? It's all up to divine timing, because the universe ultimately is arranging people and opportunities and situations around you that are in alignment with your goals, your dreams, and your intentions. But we do need to be patient. There's a lot of pieces that go into this, right? There's a lot of puzzle pieces to get something in our 3D world. Energetically, boom, the 8 of Wands reminds us that energetically everything's already there, right? But with the patience card, it's all about timing. So go with the flow, allow things to unfold. Be ready for action though, right? 8 of Wands, be ready for action. King of Wands, boom, right? So we do need to remember to be that. So we need to be a little bit patient. No one likes to hear that. We want everything in the here and now, don't we? That's not always going to happen. So depending on your situation, there might be some things that happen quite quickly this week. But for others of you, patience is going to be the key here. One foot in front of the other, and just allow things to unfold, but be ready to take action or initiative. All right. So whatever your situation is, be patient with yourself, be patient with others, and allow things to resolve or to come in. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Also, leave a comment down below. Say hello. And I thank you for watching, Sylvia. I hope you have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye.